Hello Heartsborn, Miss Burbage here again. So this will be my third book that I've read by David Walliams. Obviously I'm on a roll reading his books. So in the past I have shared a review of Mr. Stink and the other one was Gangsta Granny. And today I'm going to talk about The Midnight Gang. So read this book. So overall this book was again a very good read. It was very imaginative. David Walliams definitely used marvellous illustrations in the book. In particular, I felt that this book was a good reminder of children who are very ill and who are unfortunate to live in hospitals because of their illnesses. And I feel that it's easily forgotten. So I feel although this was a very enjoyable read, it was very sad. And I thought it kind of stood out from the other books I've read recently because they were very humorous. Even though they dealt with very serious topics, I felt this book in particular dealt with a lot of loneliness. Lots of friendship issues as well. Parental abandonment as well. And of course like the whole idea of like sickness and like even death, which is obviously quite a dark topic, but I think it is an important topic for children to kind of to consider and to openly talk about. So this book, as I said before, is very imaginative, and it's about like these children who have spent a long time in this hospital and who are quite poorly for whatever reason, but there's a lovely sense of adventure. And how they kind of work together and support one another. So I'm just going to read the preview of the book, and then just like the other David Walliams books, I'm just going to read one chapter to you today. So at the back it says, "Welcome to Midnight Gang. Midnight is the time when most children are fast asleep, except of course for the Midnight Gang. That is when their adventures are just beginning." Okay, so I'm going to read you one particular chapter that I found quite striking. So this chapter is called The Saddest Story. So, needless to say, the mood in the children's ward was very sombre. Sally was eager to know what had happened, but no one was keen to tell her. The night had been such a disaster. Even a visit from the ever-so-sunny Tootsie couldn't even lighten the atmosphere. "Toast or cornflake?" she said, as she pushed her food trolley between the rows of beds. "Toast or cornflake?" "Cornflakes, please," said Tom. "Right, you are, Thomas," replied Tootsie. She then proceeded to pick up a cereal box and pour the contents into a bowl. True to her word, there was just one single cornflake. It fell into the bowl with a pathetic little clink. "Is that it?" asked Tom. "I did say cornflake and not cornflakes," she said. "Sorry, but I've only one left, and I saved it for you because I know you like them." "Don't eat it all at once," called Robin across from the ward. Would you like some cold tea poured on top?" Tootsie reached out for the tea urn. The boy shuddered at the memory of yesterday's soggy mush for breakfast. "No, thank you, Tootsie. Milk, please." "I don't have any milk today either, but I do have half a sachet of ketchup." "I'm starving. I suppose I could give it a try," replied Tom gamely. "Very good." So the lady squeezed a tiny amount of the red sauce onto the cornflake. "There you go," she said, handing over the breakfast that would have left a mouse hungry. "Please may I have a piece of toast too?" asked the boy hopefully. After last night's adventures was not going to be enough. Tootsie opened the metal door in her trolley where the hot food was stored. "Oh no, I'm sorry, but the boss of this place, Stiller's, has made us make so many cutbacks at the hospital, you see, so I'm all out of toast. Sorry." Then she moved on to George, cheerfully calling out, "Nothing, absolutely nothing, nothing for breakfast." Unsurprisingly, there wasn't any takers. "Oh dear," said Tootsie, "I don't know what the matter is with you at all this morning." "The matter is," interrupted the matron. She was standing right behind Tootsie, and again it was as if she just appeared from nowhere. "These disgusting children are a great deal of trouble. They have broken every rule in the hospital." "But they all seem like such nice children," replied the dinner lady. "Don't be fooled. They're nothing more common than thieves and liars." All the children dropped their heads in shame, and except Sally, said matron. Tootsie looked over the little girl's bed, and she still is fast asleep. asleep, the dear little thing. And because of these 4 nasty little children here, the porter has been sacked. No, Tootsie couldn't believe it. Sacked? Oh yes, on the spot this morning, and he deserved it, the despicable man. I always knew he's up to no good. Sir Quentin Stillers demanded he leave Lord Funt Hospital immediately. Oh, no, 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 no. The porter did not deserve that. He was such a sweet and kind man, and he has been in hospital forever, and for as long as anyone can remember. Of course he deserved it, helping these little children with their silly little night games, thundered the matron. But Lord Funt's was his life, protested Tootsie. The poor man had nothing else, no wife, no children, no family to speak of. Legend has it, the day he was born, his mother abandoned him on the steps of this hospital. Who could blame her, laughed the patron. What mother could bear to look at a child so ugly? It was the saddest story that Tom had ever heard. Sometimes Tom felt as if he had been abandoned by his parents by being dumped at his boarding school, but nothing compared to this. Tootsie shook her head. What a poor man, the poor man, she muttered. I must see if he is all right. He might need a sofa to sleep on, or someone to cook him a hot meal. That foul being does not deserve your sympathy or anybody's, filling these children's heads with such ridiculous ideas. I always said that he was as ugly on the inside as he is on the outside. That's not true, protested Tom. The porter is beautiful on the inside, said Amber. He is the kindest person I know. I doubt you even know what kindness is, matron, said Robin. Yeah, Johnny and George, you old moo. For a moment, it looked as if a revolution was about to begin. Oh, be quiet, snapped the matron, and the children were scared into silence. What vile little creatures you are, sticking up for that monster. I don't want to hear another word out of you all day. Only Tootsie was bold enough to break the silence. Matron, she asked. What? Do you have any idea how I can get in touch with the porter? Not a clue. Looking at the state of his clothes and smelling him, I wouldn't be surprised if he was homeless and he lived in a cardboard box somewhere. Ha, ha. Well, wherever he is, I will say a little prayer for him tonight, said Tootsie. He'll need more than prayers to help him now, scoffed the matron. His pathetic little life is finished. He will never get another job after being sacked from here. Now, Tootsie, finish up the breakfast and as quickly as you can get out of my ward. Yes, matron. I need to think of the best way to punish these wicked, wicked little children. And with that, the lady spun on her heel and stalked back to her office. And that's the end of that chapter. So, I hope you will take the time to read this book. As with the other David Walliams books, I would suggest that it's more orientated for, or more suitable for a Key Stage 2 child. But it's a very good book, and I do recommend you take the time to read them. Okay? And I'll talk to you soon, Hairsport. Bye.